And welcome to Football Talk, the podcast. I am your host, Dave, and with me, ever present, I think. Have you been ever present? No, you've missed a couple. That's a lie.
No, I haven't.
Is Josh cool?
Yeah. Do you know what? I wish we'd had some stats around the podcast, like in terms of quizzes you've got right, and also if it's just a list of the Wikifiles we've had, so we don't repeat ourselves.
Yeah, that's the key. I'm worried that today's is a repeat, to be honest. I'm worried that, I'm a bit concerned that today's could be a little repeat of a previous Wikifile, but who knows?
Oh, that's strangely topical. We didn't realise we were going to talk about that. Okay, but yeah, just some stats like, man, who said the most words? Who said the most swearies? The old swears. I reckon it's me with most swears.
No, I reckon it's me, most swears. Although, it depends. If you're including the quiz, the drunken quiz, that was off the chart for swearing.
Literally no idea. So, yeah, no idea. I was thinking about that this morning in the shower, Dave, just as you do.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thinking about you, us, drunk together, quizzing. And I was thinking, yeah, let's do it. Also...
Hang on. You're in the shower thinking... And you thought, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Yep, we'll go with it. I was also thinking, because there's so many games coming out, we kind of talked about this. I don't know how this works. The logistics are out there. But we've got lots of games coming up, and obviously like Sundays there should be, and Saturdays should be games from early on. Is there a way we can kind of watch the same game? And it would lag maybe an issue, but it might be a lower level,
like a watch along. So we talk about the game as it's happening.
Yeah, kind of like inspired by kind of Fan Zone. Do you remember when Sky Digital came along and had Fan Zone?
Oh yeah, I think there'll definitely be a way. There'll definitely be a way. We can do that.
Do you remember? Did you have Sky Digital in those days? I don't call it Sky Digital, but it's now known as Sky. But they had like you press the red button, you can have different bring up some different stats, which is a bit. There's also different camera angles. You can like watch player cam. Yes, player cam. You can also like, watch the bench and stuff.
Oh yeah, I'd always remember there was one episode
of the football season.
Yeah, there was a game, and it was. I want to say it was Southampton someone in a relegation fight, and Gordon Strachan was Southampton manager.
Probably right, yeah.
I think, was that right? Gordon Strachan, Southampton manager?
He made Southampton,
and there was this big thing because they put player cam on Gordon Strachan because Southampton...
Was he under pressure, was he? And he's always animated, yeah.
It was like last 5 minutes or something, so they put it on Gordon Strachan. Yeah, it was crazy. It was brilliant.
I mean, you imagine so cameras on managers, well, who would you like? I mean, obviously, Diego Simeone would be one of the better ones.
Yeah, I think Louis van Gaal would have been quite entertaining in his day.
Yeah.
He was always quite dramatic.
I don't mind watching Pep. Pep is a decent one too.
Yeah. Was it Rafa Benitez that did the magical... when he put his hand out and it said his name? I always remember. I think it's a gif with Rafa Benitez.
What?
He's doing so he's doing like hand actions on the side, and I think he just tells someone to like get in behind. And as you do, this is a topical podcast today, isn't it?
There's one from from Brendan Rodgers, and he's like this, and he's kind of like he's just like a little kid going
sneaking behind him, get in there.
Yeah. But I feel that that's probably where football should go. There should be more stats. There should be more visual on-screen stats. Like when you hover over something on, say, Football Manager, and it'll bring up some extra detail. It should be like you can kind of go hover over that player and kind of maybe kind of VR headsets or something. I don't know. But in terms of bring up more stats, you shouldn't be awaiting a commentator telling you how many goals they scored or yourself Wikipedia in it. It should be there.
Yeah, it should be on hand. Yeah, well, that's the way the game's going. It's going digital, isn't it? It's going more digitalisation and...
Aren't we all, Dave? Working from home,
yeah.
Virtual offices is the way forward. Who wants to commute? No one wants to commute.
No.
Let's all just have offices at home and work when we want. That's what
That's all we're asking for. Work when we want. Never. But pay me the same.
He worked when he wants.
Right.
Never.
It's been a while since we've had a tangent straight off the bat, so that was good. We'll start off like we usually do, Josh. News. Now, we're going to talk later on about Chelsea, so we'll leave them their bit of news towards the end of the news segment.
The amount of 2021 probable lineups for Chelsea I've seen this week.
But yeah, so what's caught your eye? Go on, what else has caught your eye?
Well, it's all restarting, isn't it? 2 weeks.
It's not even 2 weeks, is it? It's
not even 2 weeks now.
When's the first game on? It's on a Wednesday, so it can't be 2. It's got to be like 9 days.
It's going to be 17th of June, so 10 days.
Oh, 10 days. Oh.
days, and everything's being shown. So it is very much like the Euros. Also, it's all very much like the start of the season. I feel like there should be a Community Shield we're going to talk about in like a week's time.
Yeah, I know. It's very strange. It's very, very strange. But
if you had to pick a Community Shield of this season, so if you had to pick two players to play, two teams to perform before this season starts, this restart, who would you pick? Be kind of like, you're going to bat out, because it's normally FA Cup winner and league winner. We haven't obviously had an FA Cup. We haven't had a league win. Who would you say you'd like to see a match between two teams right now?
I think I'd pick Sheffield United. I think there'd definitely be one. Sheffield United, because they've just done so well last season before the break. I think Sheffield United and. Damn, mate, I don't want to say Liverpool, but I'm sort of feeling towards Liverpool because they've just dominated so much this season.
Yeah, I was going with Leicester as my other one. Sheffield United, Leicester. I feel like I can't remember the match played between the two.
Yeah.
But that seems like it would be a good match because both had really good seasons, and that'd be quite an enthralling time, I reckon.
I think Leicester are gonna dip off. I don't think they're gonna get top 4 this year. I think they're gonna get caught.
Because Tottenham are gonna get top 4, yeah?
No, unfortunately not for you, Josh. No, but yeah, I think maybe we can do that next week. Actually, we can do our post-COVID predictions for how the league finishes.
Yeah, we can have a look at what our predictions were.
Yeah, and then see if we want to change
probably just need a little bit of revalidation, I'd say.
Yeah, it can be like the latter stages of the Champions League where you get to pick 3 replacements for your players that you're already registered. You don't want them in there.
Swap out three options, shall we?
Yeah, I like that. Well, that's next week's podcast. So if you want to watch that, tune in next week.
This is live, people.
Yeah,
this is the amount. That's probably more thought has gone into that than.
Well, according on last week's episode, I came up with a thing that we wanted to talk about and then forgot that I was meant to talk about it. So
yeah. Minutes before podcast, guys, Dave, I've not done that. I was like, that was your thing, Dave.
Ridiculous.
But okay, so news this week is obviously Project Restart.
Yes.
And it's all kicking off, and I'm somewhat excited now. Because I'm excited about it all coming back. I'm not excited about Spurs because I've got hope around Spurs, and that's a problem because it's Tottenham v Man United Friday night.
I know. I'll be watching it. You'll be watching it. So I think
might as well live stream that, Dave.
Sorry, mate.
We might as well do that as our watch along.
Apart from it'll be like 3 o'clock in the morning for me, and I won't be in a state to talk. But yeah, all right.
Sorry, you're watching it.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. The thing with this project Restart, the whole COVID situation and football coming back, is I think it gives every single club in the league hope. I think every supporter and all the clubs, because Norwich will be coming back into thinking, well, it's like a whole new season. We've had all this. We can put this work in. We can attack it. Liverpool will be going, well...
that'll be team talk, won't it? The team talk's be, there's people that haven't behind us. This is fresh. We're all starting fresh now. Yeah.
It's 0-0.
Yeah.
But I mean, so it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. It's going to be absolutely fascinating to see what happens with Project Restart.
I was reading about 8 Premier League clubs are in talk to use cardboard cutout fans.
Okay, all right.
So the way I've read it works. So tier 1 of the stadiums all going to be wrapped. In my understanding, wrapped is kind of like hopefully green screen, so they can put what they want in it. I think it's going to be Premier League advertising on it. Probably, no doubt, further advertising. We've got advertising hoardings there because fans are there.
I thought it was going to be like the clubs sort of like, so for example, Man United would just say Manchester United across the first tier of a blanket, but green screen.
No, it can. Yeah. So the first tier is kind of somewhat dictated to. So it has Premier League branding. I think it's got fans' colours, maybe some other things like maybe potentially NHS support or advertising. But the second tier upwards is a free for all. Is what you can do what you want. And Borussia Mönchengladbach trialled this. So cardboard cutout fans.
Yeah.
Then. Fans can pay a fee, something like £20-25 to upload a picture, and their face would be on a cutout.
Okay.
And then that money, then the profits from that go to charity.
Have you done it?
No, because I'm not a Mönchengladbach fan, but I think, would you be tempted to do that? Say Man United said for £20 you can upload your face to a cardboard cutout, and that money goes to charity. Would you do it?
Potentially, yeah. I think I'd give it a go.
It's a reasonable initiative.
If it guaranteed it went to charity, then yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah. So, I think its profits go to charity, so there's obviously going to be some admin fees on cardboard, not free, and printing it and organising that. So I think it's like 40-50% of what you pay will go to charity, I reckon.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'd be interested to give that a go. Yeah.
Yeah.
See if it happens. Would you do it for Spurs?
Yeah, I think so. And part of it's like, oh, watch yourself, try and find yourself in a stadium rather than go. I hope to keep fans at home. I think is another part of it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So, but I mean, all as well. Part of Project Restart. Obviously, this is the first day where there's no positive results at all for COVID in the Premier League, which is good.
Yeah, batch of testing. Yeah.
Yeah, in the next batch of testing, which is impressive. It's all done privately, isn't it? The testing. It's all done. It's not affecting the NHS, is what I'm trying to say.
No, but I suppose the only way it might affect NHS is not NHS staff wouldn't carry it out, I don't think. But in terms of the availability of tests, may be another issue.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Premier League is 100,000 tests, and someone else is scrambling around for a test. Then there's an issue. But
yeah,
I'm aware of it. Other things they're going to think of is big screens, so fans celebrations from home being shown on the big screens in the stadium.
That's impressive.
That's just going to ask for trouble, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. How long do you give it for the first?
Willies.
Yeah. I was going to say the first Geordie. How long for the first Geordie to get his willy out and do the old helicopter?
Yeah.
So, or our mate Normie. So,
which is, I mean, typically that's the way I celebrate goals. So why should I be penalised the way I like to celebrate a goal? Just
penalised.
Yeah.
It's censorship in its finest. Did you tune into any more Bundesliga games at all?
No.
So you haven't seen a game with crowd noises?
Yeah. Oh, I heard about it. It was yesterday, and I'm intrigued. So you aware of it? So I had questions like, is it just like a minute of like the same like kind of mildly interested crowd on loop, but it seems like it's kind of fluctuating, like it's like someone's there adjusting it.
Yeah, so rumour has it that what they've actually done is used EA Sports' FIFA's game files to have the background noise, and then when goals go in there's an excitement and stuff, and when things happen there's a bit of excitement and stuff like that. So I assume someone's there pressing buttons and doing levels and things like that, but it did make it better. It did make it much better from what I've seen of it. Much better.
So do you approve that usage in the Premier League?
I would love it in the Premier League, yeah, massively. I think much better than just having the constant just all you hear is the duff duff of the ball being passed around. Yeah.
Well, you can obviously hear us speaking about the game when we do our live watch along.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. So talking quickly on the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich have got it wrapped up, haven't they? Smashing Leverkusen 4-2, sorry. Yeah. It was pretty much easy for them. Any other news you've got?
Well, just a further Project Restart, obviously 5 subs, but 9 players named in the squads.
Yeah.
So a 20-man squad to be named. 16 clubs agreed to it. 4 didn't. Who do you reckon were 4 clubs? I know. Here's a little mini quiz here. 4 clubs that didn't agree to have 5 subs, and I think it was just 9 named. Who was it?
Liverpool.
Who didn't agree?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, because they don't really need it, do they? They've won the league. Who didn't agree to it? Okay. That's tough. I would just assume everyone 4 teams. I'm looking at the table now.
It was lower down the league. So we have Southampton, Bournemouth, Norwich, and West Ham didn't agree because they believe it favours the bigger club. But personally, I think this should be. I want it forever. I want it always to be the case. You can name and have 5 subs because it just makes for a higher tempo game. I know it favours a bigger side. I mean, it's not like the Premier League's poor.
No, that's the thing. Yeah, it's not, is it? It's like because Serie A does. You name 12 subs. Your whole pretty much registered squad is named in the match day.
It should be everybody registered comes along. If they're fit, they're going to potentially be named on the bench.
Yeah, that's how I see it. Yeah. Did I read right though that the 5 subs is you can bring 5 people on, but you're only allowed 3 maximum time periods. So you can't do 5.
Really? You can't have 5 periods.
You can't have 5 individual subs. You have 3 sub periods, not including half time. I think. So I think at half time you could technically bring on 2 people, and then in the second half bring on 3 further ones for substitutes.
To avoid kind of a 90 minute 5 subs being made.
Yeah, the Steve Bruce classic where he brings on 3 other goalkeepers and 2 centre backs. Yeah. But we've got a question. We have got a quick question, Josh. Who do you think will be the first managerial sacking post-COVID in the Premier League?
Okay, so first of all, I've thought Bruce.
Yeah.
But I think it's all going a bit quiet with the old takeover there, isn't it?
It has. Very strange, yeah. Very strange.
I'm still fingers crossed Eddie Howe.
I think David Moyes.
That's a fair shout.
I think
as well.
David Moyes, West Ham, they're out of the relegation zone on goal difference by 3. And then I think Bournemouth will stick with Eddie Howe even if they go down. Bournemouth will wait for someone else to take Eddie Howe and pay them compensation.
Yeah, I think I realise they've got it as good as they can get it.
Yeah, so...
If that makes sense.
I know what you mean.
Oh, I mean, you obviously got Dean Smith in there as well. We've got the Dean... No, I'm going Dean Smith, John Terry, caretaker.
Oh, get his boots on. Caretaker player manager, all hyphenated.
Have we ever had a player caretaker?
I think Vialli started as a caretaker player manager. I think.
Ooh, that's one for the Statos.
That is one. Let us know. Right, and talking of Vialli, Chelsea, I'll use that as a bit of a link. Chelsea have been busy, Josh. Chelsea have apparently been busy.
Yeah. Not much confirmed yet, but it seems like they've just, you know what? Well, they're one of the few clubs who seemingly, have always been able to spend money under Abramovich, but they've obviously got a lot of Morata hazard money potentially burning a hole in their pocket if they've managed to cover off losses elsewhere. So we always thought they were going to spend big, didn't we? Because they haven't done as yet.
Yeah. And they've always had that possibility. And they've already confirmed Ziyech from Ajax. Obviously, he's coming in this summer. So they've got Pulisic, who was obviously bought in and then loaned back and then started this season at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Do they need a striker? Because you imagine it's going to be Pulisic one wing, Ziyech the other. The big rumour is Timo Werner that it's pretty much all agreed. But do they need it?
Yeah, so I mean, so Timo Werner obviously can play left as well. He's mainly played as centre forward. My first real sight of him was when Spurs played Leipzig, and I wasn't overly impressed.
Okay.
And that was my kind of full 90 minutes on him. And but I've seen a bit of his. I'm not overly impressed with him, to be honest with you. I don't really see what all the fuss is about. He's reasonably quick. I don't.
He strikes me as
he's adaptable, but
he strikes me as someone that would really suit the Premier League. That's the thing. I think he really, whether he suits a Chelsea sort of team, I don't know. If Liverpool were buying him, I'd be really worried. I think he suits what Liverpool do. They could be a big sort of exchange for Firmino up front, or even then support the wings if Salah and Mane are out. But
they got obviously AFCON next year as well. They were probably looking, but they've been told live within your means, haven't they?
Apparently so. But I mean, Chelsea, I think Timo Werner could be good for the Premier League. Whether it'll be... I've never seen him play live. I've only ever seen him on TV in either highlights or whatever, and YouTube videos, like watching games back and things like that. And he looks good. He looks like a goal. He looks like he knows what the goal is. He can score goals. He's quick. He's quite powerful. He sort of reminds me of Jamie Vardy in a way. Like, he chases the ball down. He puts defenders under pressure. Is it what Chelsea need? Do you think Tammy Abraham should be given the chance, or?
I still think that Tammy Abraham is a really good. I remember looking at Spurs squad last year, and I thought, because at the time Tammy Abraham had loan spells, hadn't really made it for Chelsea. I was like, he would be a very good deputy for Harry Kane. I'm a big fan of Tammy Abraham.
Okay.
And I think it's a shame, and all the the media wax lyrical over Lampard and not giving any hard time for any failings, and then he's set to splurge 50-60 million on Werner. So that was that Tammy Abraham go outside, Ziyech come in. Does that mean Hudson-Odoi goes out the side? I don't know. It seems a little bit kind of like, all right. So what's the message going to be around Lampard next season? Is it going to be? Is he still favouring youth? I doubt it. If he spent that much money on other players, we also got Chilwell been mentioned at left back.
Yeah, that's the last one I was going to talk about.
I think makes sense. I mean, it's going to be a rip-off because it's an English player in his prime, and Leicester are a well-run club, and they're going to get a lot of money. We've seen it before, haven't we? With Maguire, for example, we've seen them get lots of money for their English players, and they will be paying over the odds for it. But they seemingly think they do need a left back, and he is a good player. He's not. I don't know. He's not like when they signed Ashley Cole. I thought they signed one of the best left backs here. I think Chilwell's pretty good.
Yeah, I really rate Chilwell. I think Chilwell's really good. I think he would improve every team in the Premier League other than probably Liverpool at left back. I'm trying to think who Man City's starting left back is.
Man City, obviously Chelsea, Man United, yeah. Well, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So I think if you rate it like that, I think he's a very highly rated left back, and I think he'll
I
do
think
well.
he's a good Premier League buy for them. Like in terms of their Premier League squad, I just don't. I don't see him holding his own against the best wingers in the world, and being a world class player.
Yeah. I know what you mean. So what do you think about Chelsea for not this period after COVID, but next season, whenever that may start and however it may start, if they got in Werner and Chilwell and that was their business? So let's say the two big rumours they've got flying around at the moment, and Ziyech joins. What do you think? Are you saying top one or two, or just Champions League?
I don't think next season you'd see a stark improvement. I think they've done well this season. They're obviously fourth at the moment. New signings take a season to adapt. I don't think we'd see. I think Chilwell probably hit the ground running and improve a little bit defensively. So maybe they'd go, fourth into third or something like that. But they're pretty close to it anyway. I don't see it. There's no title change from it from that bit of business for me. I think Ziyech, will frustrate a lot of Chelsea fans. He takes a lot of shots.
Yeah.
And eventually they pay off, and it looks good in highlight packages. And he works hard. But I don't think they'll. I think they'll become a bit frustrated with him. Obviously, probably Willian going out the door. Ziyech coming in. I think there's a little bit of improvement there. I don't think it's marked improvement. I think it's going to be fantastic. Willian is frustrating as Ziyech, I'd say, but is obviously a younger player, bit more kind of about him. He's going to be a bit more wanting to prove, whereas Willian seems like he wants to improve sometimes and wants to show himself sometimes rather than the full season. They'll improve, but I just don't see it making won't make the step difference up to that next level.
Okay.
And also, I think there's question marks still over Frank Lampard. I don't see. Werner would play well. Frank Lampard. Seeing how gung ho Frank Lampard's Chelsea have been this season, like just kind of leaving so many men up the pitch and on a break. Werner's good for that.
Yeah.
Pulisic's good. Ziyech's good for that, and
it's interesting.
Players are good for that. Yeah.
The thing that bugs me about Ziyech is how easy they got him. Why would no other clubs that keen?
This time is going to be the point where the rich will just get a bit better. The rich clubs will get a bit better because they'll just go, you know what? In this time when other people can't buy, like Liverpool can't say they don't buy, they have another because they really didn't buy anyone last year. Was it Vandenberg they bought the young fullback and centre? They didn't really buy anyone last year. If they go another season, and there'll be a number of clubs who probably don't do much business. If the clubs who can really afford it, the Chelseas and Man Cities who can afford to take that plunge, they'll just stretch themselves a bit further, won't they?
Yeah,
because they can. When everybody else is standing still, if you're walking forward, you're going to take another few steps, aren't you?
Yeah, but again, the whole Ziyech thing was signed before the pandemic happened. Why were no other big clubs interested in? Why was it so easy for Chelsea?
I don't know. They do seem to move quite swiftly, and I always struggle with is because obviously we've both similar. We've known Chelsea before all the money came in.
Yeah.
And I personally have, and obviously there'll be some Spurs bias. I never saw them as a club I'd want to play for. But then you hear when Eden Hazard signed and other players signed, they go, oh yeah, I want to win things. It's Chelsea's place to win things. I don't appreciate as much as the players who've known them since they've been a fantastic side.
Okay.
And so I think maybe in our heads we kind of undersell Chelsea as a proposition. They win something nearly every season, and obviously like the 10, 15 years before that where they didn't really win something every season. They were a good side. They were up and around.
Couple of FA Cups, wasn't it, and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't leagues before that. But yeah, I think they move very swiftly. Obviously, they pay really good money, and they've got. There's a good squad to join, isn't it? They can see themselves winning it. They're an attractive proposition in London as well.
It is. I think it is a good. I think you're right. Actually, I think you're right. We're underselling because of what we think the history of Chelsea from our point of view. Yeah, I think we probably do undersell them about how they are a approachable club to join. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I think it's a good thing. Another question in. Do you both think that with it meant to be the quietest summer transfer window than normal, will January 2021 be blown up with transfer fees? That's an interesting question.
I still don't think they'll be in a position to do as much business. I'm really intrigued to see what this. One, we don't really know what the summer transfer window is going to look like because of the end of season, start of season. Because obviously, when we scrapped it in terms of transfer deadline before the season, but we I imagine now it's going to be even more of an overlap because of a earlier start.
Yeah.
It's interesting how this summer transfer window is going to go, but I don't see the money being back there in January. I think it will be. Although you have got the Euros, you have got the Euros coming up where players will want to move and shift themselves around. So I think you'll see a more buoyant January. I don't think it's going to be a colossal huge one because I don't think the money's going to be around in football just yet.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a long time for the financial recoveries of most clubs to return to this. If you think how many games are going to miss the fan income on the day, which is probably quite a lot of income for a number of clubs. Obviously, the Premier League money is huge, but it's interesting. It all depends. I think in my mind, summer 2022 is probably when it's going to go. There'll be big movers and shakers. I think in summer.
Yeah, I think we'll see the. Obviously, there's normally a disparity between summer and winter, being summer big spend with January. I think you'll probably see pretty even splits between them.
Okay. Yeah, nice. No, thanks for the question.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, shall we leave the news and everything there? We've done Chelsea really. That was the main bit. I think I can see them third pushing second. I just don't think they've got enough of a squad, even if they get those players in to do it. And I'm in the same boat as you, that I don't believe Frank Lampard is all that yet. I've not seen enough to justify him being that sort of manager.
No, and they're by no means assured of their Champions League place for next year.
No, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, very true.
So the Europa League campaign will be very different to a Champions League campaign.
Very true. Yeah, very true. So, all right then. So we'll move along, Josh. We'll go to the quiz.
Ooh la 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 la. Ooh la 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 la. Ooh la 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 la. It's quizzing time.
It is.
Right.
We don't have one to put on screen today.
No, I've previously had some very well-rounded and kind of formal-looking ones. This is more of a audio pleasure. So this came about when I saw a couple of players named, and I was like, oh, I didn't realise they were at the same club's academy when they were younger, because they never went on to make appearances for them. So this is a question around, I'm going to give you two players' names.
Yeah.
I want you to name me the academy, not at the same time, but they both played youth football for the same club, okay?
So are we talking like Premier League academies?
It'll be major clubs, so there'll be football league ones. There'll be you'll see from me they're major players. You know all the players.
Okay.
It'll just be kind of what club did they both play youth team football? So this is the one which drew my attention because I didn't realise one of these players. So we have Andre Onana, the now Ajax goalkeeper, and Mauro Icardi, the now PSG forward. Which academy did they both play for?
Oh. Now I'm trying to remember Onana from Football Manager because he's been a bit of a wonder kid for quite a while. The immediate thing that came to mind was Inter Milan, but I think I've just thought of that because that's where Icardi played for, but I don't think he came through their youth academy. But I'm not having anything else come to mind, so I'll go with Inter. I'll go with Inter Milan.
Well, I'll let you know how you get on at the end. We'll go through this.
All right. Yeah.
And then go for each one. I'll let you know how you got on the end. And then we'll pick it up after, okay?
Okay.
We have a different way we can do this. Okay, so Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Fabrizio Micheli.
Oh. Fabrizio Micheli was famous at Fiorentina. That's how I remember him. Fabrizio Micheli.
I remember him more as a Palermo player, is how I remember him.
Oh, okay.
I enjoyed his football, actually. Fabrizio
I'm going to
Micheli.
go with AC Milan for that one.
AC Milan, okay. All right, Shrokdan Mustafi. Actually, it's Shrokdan Mustafi and Eric Dyer.
Sporting Lisbon.
Okay.
That one's right, I think, isn't it?
That one?
I think that's right. Because Eric Dyer doesn't count as homegrown national in Football Manager because he was trained in Sporting, I think. Don't give me that face.
Javier Saviola and Pablo Aimar.
River Plate.
Okay. Diego, the Brazilian attacking midfielder, and Robinho.
Oh. Sao Paulo or Santos?
Answers on a postcard, please.
Santos, I'll go with.
Santos, okay. Dean Ashton and Danny Murphy.
Charlton.
Charlton, you say?
It could be Fulham.
Could be Fulham, you say?
We'll go Charlton. I'll go Charlton.
Okay. John Stones and Harry Maguire.
Oh my God. Harry Maguire. See, John Stones was signed from Barnsley. But Harry Maguire is a northern boy.
Where's Barnsley?
I know it's up north, but I meant Harry Maguire's in Sheffield. Shut up. I know, yeah, Harry Maguire was... Oh, was he... I'll go Barnsley, but I think that's wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, Barnsley. But just because of John Stones, Barnsley.
Tyrone Mings and Wayne Bridge.
I'm trying to picture or imagine Wayne Bridge's accent. Because you know what? I don't think I've ever heard Tyrone Mings speak. Not that I can remember.
I have a couple of... There was a time Aston Villa just won a game late on this season, and I think it was Esri Conda.
Yeah.
And didn't get the goal because it skimmed off Tyrone Mings' leg, I think. And I heard him speak. Yeah.
Okay. Southampton.
Isco and Juan Bernat.
Oh. Juan Bernat. There's a player I haven't thought of for a while. What's he doing with his life now?
I want to say...
Bayern Munich, but I think that's a while ago. He might be Valencia now.
Is it... I thought I was going to say Bayern or PSG.
I can't remember. Juan Bernat. Juan Bernat and who?
Isco.
I'm going to go...
He's a PSG.
PSG. I'm going to go a bit off-piste and go Villarreal.
Villarreal. Okay. I like Villarreal.
I like Villarreal. I think everyone likes Villarreal.
More for that time when obviously Juan Roman Riquelme was there.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've ever seen a Villarreal shirt. And maybe I'll get a Villarreal shirt.
With Riquelme, number 8 on the back.
Yeah, you never found your was it Dybala Palermo shirt?
I still haven't found it. I'm still looking, mate. I'm still looking. Yeah. So.
Okay. The last one for this is 10 questions. The last one: Jamal Lascelles and Wes Morgan.
Oh. Jamal Lascelles. Come on, Dave. Think. You know, where did Newcastle sign him from? Oh my God. Nah.
Nah. You're like Steve Carell in 40-Year-Old Virgin. When getting whacked.
Yeah. Let's go with Brentford.
Brentford.
Yeah, I don't think that's right, but we'll go Brentford.
Okay, well, let me add those up. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. What are we considering a pass mark?
50% is normally pass mark, isn't it? So, out of 10?
No. He's got 50%.
I've got 50%.
50%. The ones you got right. So, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Fabrizio Miceli did indeed go to the AC Milan Academy. Yeah. Javier Saviola and Pablo Aimar were indeed at River Plate. Diego, who always linked to Spurs actually,
yeah, he was.
and Robinho were at Santos. John Stones, Harry Maguire, correct.
It was Barnsley. Bloody hell.
Barnsley, yes. Although Harry Maguire did make an early switch to Sheffield United, so that's where your other northern boy bit comes from.
Yeah.
Tyrone Mings, Wayne Bridge, correct. Southampton, although Tyrone Mings did then join Bristol Rovers. Okay. So
Eric Dyer and Mustafi isn't Sporting?
Is not. So, no, you got wrong.
Oh.
Andrea Nana Maricardi, not Inter Milan. Mustafi and Dyer, not Sporting Lisbon. It's not. Danny Murphy, Dean Ashton, not Charlton. Isco and Bernat, not Villarreal. And Lascelles Morgan, not Brentford.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Yeah, nice. I like that, Josh. I like that quiz. I like that.
Yeah,
we're gonna.
Yeah, we'll send from that Nano Icardi. I was like, oh, who knew?
Yeah, interesting. Right, we're gonna move on to the Wikifiles in just a second, but I need to say, Reese, because we've got Reese Carter who's commenting in the chat. He says, "What players do you like for Everton?" So if you can clarify what you mean by like for, I assume it means transfers, but if we get back to us, then we'll answer that question later on in the show.
Currently then, Dave, who do you actually like for Everton? If you had to pick a favourite Everton player currently?
Oh, right, okay. If I had to pick a favourite Everton player at the moment, I've always been a big fan of Gylfi Sigurdsson.
Do you know, I knew you were going to go Gylfi Sigurdsson.
It's because I love a number 10 who can take free kicks. So...
He can take it. I just find him a bit slow.
He's really slow.
He does. He's very controlled, but it's very slow. And obviously, if I played against him, it would be quick. But he just seems slow. I'm going to go for. Looking at their squad now.
I did that off the top of my head without looking at the squad.
Yeah, no. That's who came into my head at first was Gylfi Sigurdsson. Yeah. But just well done, Dave. You know the Everton squad.
Oh well, I don't. I know Gylfi Sigurdsson.
I'm gonna go for because he's a handsome devil. Andre Gomez.
Andre Gomez is a handsome devil. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always been a fan of Leighton Baines.
Yeah, I mean he's that textbook left back free kick taker.
Yeah.
Signed a new deal, isn't he? He's going to be there for another year.
Is it? Bloody hell! He's
drawing
that out, isn't he?
Yeah, you see Jan Vertonghen might sign a new deal for a month. To see us through to the end of the season when he's off. Yeah, because his form has dropped off a cliff this last year. Remember, it was the last season, so not the one we're currently in, but last season, his storming performance against Dortmund, at left back. How it's all kind of just gone Pete Tong.
Yeah, he needs to go. He needs to go.
Yeah.
So, okay. I'm always a big fan of Moise Kean.
Oh yeah.
He's not really done it at Everton, but that just stems from him being Moise Kean rather than him playing for Everton. So. Thoughts on Lucas Digne?
I don't really mind him. Again, he's in that left back. Obviously, he's so weird, isn't it? Left back, free kick taker, goal scorer. He's okay. I've got nothing against him, but it doesn't stand out for me. There's no real character there. I don't mind Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Okay. All right. Nice.
I think he's proved me wrong. I always thought he was going to end up kind of just being the kind of yo-yo player between the Championship and Premier League, and never really being a top goal scorer in the Premier League, and maybe scoring lots of goals in the Championship, and then coming up again, maybe clubs take a chance on him. But he's scored a number of goals this season, and he's shown me wrong. I always thought he was a bit too lightweight, but no, he's done well.
Very true. Very true. Right, we'll leave that there. We'll move on to I got a wiki file. Here comes a wiki file. I got a wiki file for you. Hey! So I've sent Josh a wiki file and I shall put it on screen for everybody else now. There it is. So say what you see, Josh, and if you see it, say it. And that is not a nice face to look at.
What is this? So youth career, Lens. Then they get promoted to Lens B. For 2 years, 41 appearances, 7 goals. Kind of a goal scoring midfielder, maybe. Not a midfielder. Not really very much goal scoring. A couple of years there, obviously gets promoted. 3 years in the first team, 42 appearances, 2 goals. So makes that step up. Can't keep the goals going. But then has a loan, a 01-02 loan to Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
Where he had 28 appearances, 2 goals. So I'm thinking French at the moment.
Okay.
Makes it permanent. 4 years, 4 further years, so 5 years in total. At Middlesbrough, 122 appearances, 9 goals, making 150 appearances, 11 goals for Borough. A season then to Fulham, and maybe okay. So for goals already drying up, maybe it's a goal scoring defender then. Fulham, 1 year at Fulham, 29 appearances, 1 goal, and we have Birmingham City. So, where are we in Premier League here, Dave? Is all 3 Premier League?
Middlesbrough is definitely Premier League. That's how I know he's past the Carnival. Yeah. 47 appearances for Birmingham, 3 years, 3 goals. Starting to go a bit awry for him. He goes on a loan to Colchester at the end there, 3 appearances, 0 goals, and then goes, you know what? I'm going home, going back to Lens. And you thought then he'd retire at Lens, 32 appearances, 2 goals. But he has 1 last season, going to Belgrade, I'm presuming, here? Yeah, Red Star Belgrade.
Star. 19 appearances, 2 goals, culminating in 363 appearances, 28 goals for this. I'd say he's quite an aggressive man with a bit of a quiff.
Okay, here you go.
be centre back, left back, Frank Kadrew.
It is Frank Quadru. Well done. I was wondering where you're going with aggressive with a quiff. He was a little
Well,
bit
yeah,
aggressive,
I
but
think
yeah.
he's got a number of red cards in his career. I feel.
Yeah. He did. He picked up a couple of red cards in the Premier League that I remember. He had a wonderful left boot with like the diagonal crossball.
Yes,
Like,
yeah. I think for me, I think he was one of those. I think he was big enough to be a centre back, but not quite defensively solid enough. So what we got in terms of Christian Daly, so he's a 6-footer.
yeah, so
Yeah,
smaller than Chris Daly.
smaller than Chris. Is that Chris Daly 6'1", was he?
6 foot. Yeah, I think he was Christian Daly. It's the fundamental crux of this pod. Christian Daly, footballer, 1.83.
Same height.
Oh, same height as a Christian
So
Daly.
he is equal to a Christian Daly. Yeah, I think he got shifted around. I think he probably had a couple of emergency spells at left back, kind of like how Ben Davies has a few like little centre back spells. Left back, centre back, kind of you can fill in there. Like Gary Neville filled in at centre back, a few times in his career, but really isn't stand out for it. But yeah, I think it's the red cards actually stand out more for me than anything. But I don't really remember anything he ever did to earn a red card.
Yeah. So I always used to sign him. Champ manager.
Did you?
Always used to sign him. For some reason, I absolutely love Frank Quadru. Yeah. And I don't know why. I can't remember why, for the love of... I bet it was one of those ones where I was playing a game and he scored a goal against me or something. I was like, I'm just going to buy him and I'm going to put him in the reserves. And then I didn't. I just carried on playing him. But...
yeah. In very much memory is Middlesbrough. I don't really have much in Fulham and Birmingham memories.
No, same here. I don't. So... yeah, we always do this little bit of a personal bit as well on their Wikipedia page.
Anything?
Yeah, he was very hopeful of representing the Republic of Ireland, but through his Irish grandfather. Yeah.
Okay.
But it was later discovered he in fact had an Irish great-grandfather, and thus he was ineligible. It wasn't his grandfather, it's his great-grandfather. So he earned... do you want international stats?
Well, I imagine he earned no senior caps for France. I'd imagine if he's searching out
Ireland. Very true. He had one cap for the B team, the French B team.
Oh, French B team. I'd love to know who he appeared in that French B team with. That would be no doubt be a number of kind of Premier League legends there. Actually, I've just clicked on France B and past players.
Yeah, I've looked at that.
This is a who's who of Premier League, and we've got.
I'll tell you what this is. I'll tell you what this is. This is a who's who of players to sign on Champ Manager 0102.
This is also a who's who of Fulham players. Philippe Christian Val, Fulham. Has Olivier Dacour ever played for Fulham?
Yeah, Dacour played for Fulham. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
Who have
Legwinski
and Marley both played for Fulham.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
David Samay, was that Portsmouth or Birmingham? Oh, Man City. It was Man City.
So that's 12 players there, Josh, in that list. Just for those that obviously are listening, and well, no one can see what we're showing, what we're looking at. But it's Philippe Cristanoval, centre back. Osama Darboe, holding midfielder, I want to say.
Yeah, he got beaten up by Joe Barton.
Yeah. Olivier Dacour, holding midfield, or central midfield. Martin Dejutu, I don't recognise.
Jetu.
Defender.
Had a little stint at Bolton and Fulham.
Sebastian Frey, goalkeeper. Frederic Canute, striker. Lilian Laslandes.
Lilian Lasland, Sunderland striker.
Striker. Legwinski, winger, attacking midfielder.
No. He's a big lad. He was a kind of central midfield. I think he's definitely bigger than a Christian Daly.
Oh, okay. And Steve Marley, forward.
Striker, yeah.
Striker. Lauren Robert, left winger. David Somil, defender. Well, I don't remember.
And Frederic Piquion played for Pompey, didn't he?
No, yeah, Portsmouth and West Ham. Yeah, Portsmouth and West Ham.
Yes, yeah.
What if that was a starting 11 with one sub? What league would you put them in?
If they're kind of they're gonna
peak. At their peak.
I mean, it just reeks of Fulham, doesn't it? So at peak, they would have had a promotion to the Premier League and got relegated.
Yeah, it reeks of Sebastian Frey keeping them in a lot of games.
Yeah, I mean, you got Christian Val, Marley and Robert. Yeah, there's not much going on there. It's a solid. I mean, central midfield: Dacour, Dabo, Legwinski and Robert, probably a
Yeah.
decent midfield. I don't know where the goals come from. Marley, if they're playing England, Marley did not bang in goals. It's a big, was it 11 million something they signed him for? I
Yeah,
got a
it was
vague memory.
quite big. Yeah, it was quite big.
And they did 54 appearances, 11 goals. Yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't.
Not.
He also
the
played
best.
for Red Star.
There you go. Red Star are a historic team.
Oh,
aren't they?
the season before, they replaced their French international, because they did. Steve Marley had 23 appearances for France and was at Red Star the 11-12 season,
Yeah.
and replaced him with Frank Kedru for 12-13, who had a French B appearance.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, hold on, Dave. Hold on, Dave. It's not Red Star Football Club. This is a French League Two side.
Oh, it's not Red Star Belgrade. That's disappointing.
No.
That's
That's what I was looking at their notable players, but there are a lot of French players. This is just the David Bellion.
Oh, David Bellion, bloody hell. Josh, I've got a question for you.
Go on.
Higher or lower than Christian Daly? Zeki Friars, once of Man United, once of Spurs.
Oh, no, he's a lower.
It's a final answer.
Yeah, definitely.
Spot on. Same height, Christian Daly
Oh,
and
you
Zeki
can't, be doing
Friars.
that, you can't be chucking those in, Dave. You said higher or lower.
Yeah.
You should have said higher, lower, exactly the same. That.
Well, it was more in there because I was playing FIFA and Zeki Friars won a header, and I was like, "Who is this giant at the back?" And it was Zeki
Really?
Friars. I was like, "That's ridiculous. He's not 6 foot."
My Cheltenham Football Manager game, they called out Zeki Friars as a danger before the match, and I was like, yeah, whatever. He went and scored him, obviously. Someone.
Awesome. Well done on the Wikifiles. Yeah, I thought Frank Drew might be a bit tough. Is it a repeat in your mind? I don't think it is, actually.
I don't think it is, but I think I must have looked at him recently because I had memories of his Republic of Ireland want.
Ah, okay, right, fair enough. We've also just I could save this for any other business, but I've started talking, so I'll finish. It's like a quiz show. I've started, so I'll finish. Yeah. Obviously, episode 100 is coming up, Josh.
Oh.
This is episode 98. So
episode 100 is coming back when the Premier League comes back.
that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, I think episode 100 is going to be a live stream with possible drinking. So. But,
yeah, mate. If you want to do that, you want to do 3 till 5 a.m. on a Friday or Saturday morning for your Tottenham Man United match.
I'd be dead. I'd be absolutely dead. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Writing off your Saturday entirely, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'm not doing much for Saturdays at the moment anyway. So.
Well, the ball is in your court.
Yeah. We'll see how
Friday,
it
the
goes.
19th of June, Spurs v Man United. If you fancy watching it with me while drinking and talking over, and one of us will be happy. Maybe we'll both be ambiguous.
Well, I think the only way you'd be happy is with a win.
Yeah.
A draw favours us. So.
Yeah, no, we're winning that. I mean, Mourinho's preparing that for his life for that.
Yeah, all right, we'll see. Okay, let's move back to the quiz then, Josh.
Move back to the quiz. So I challenged Dave to name which academy. Whose academy is this academy? Not my academy. Whose academy?
Nice.
And it was naming two players who aren't famed for playing for that club, but to tell me what academy they both played for. So Dave correctly got Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Fabrizio Micli for AC Milan, Saviola Aymar and Pablo Aymar, River Plate, Stones and Maguire, Barnsley, Mings and Bridge, Southampton, and Diego Rubinho, Santos. But he's currently got 5 outstanding. He's named and failed. So we'll go back over. Andre Onana and Mauro Icardi, he incorrectly said Inter Milan. Shokdan Mustafi and Eric Dyer incorrectly said Sporting Lisbon. Dean Ashton, Danny Murphy, incorrect with Charlton. Juan Bernat and Isco, incorrect with Villarreal. And Jamal Lascelles and Wes Morgan, incorrect Brentford. Where are you going from here, David Nichols?
The first one I'm going to go with.
Do you have any guesses? Do you want some clues?
I'm going to go for another guess, and my next guess is going to be Eric Dyer and Mustafi.
Yeah.
Because if I remember Football Manager, Mustafi has a very weird stint at Everton in his career. So I'm going to go, and I don't know about this with Eric Dyer, but I'm going to go Everton because I think Mustafi played for Everton as a youth.
Yes, it is Everton, and Eric Dyer had a little loan spell from Sporting Lisbon youth there when he was younger.
There you go, right. I've got that one. The rest of them I'm going to need hints. Danny Murphy and Dean Ashton.
Yeah.
I said Charlton or Fulham. So.
No, you're wrong with both of those.
Okay.
I'll give you one person's name here, and we should open up for you. I'm going to say Dario Gradi.
Crew Alexandra.
Drew Alexander. Yes.
Excellent. Right, I definitely need a clue for Icardi and Onana.
Okay, they're a Spanish club.
Oh. Barcelona.
Barcelona is
I
correct.
should have got that because I remember watching the Tifo animation video about what's gone wrong at La Masia, and it says Onana was one of the players they lost really cheap. Oh, damn it.
Dave.
I know. Damn it.
Okay, we have Isco and Juan Bernat. You said Villarreal. Do you want to have another guess at that? Because I think you were kind of hovering around the correct answer.
Was I?
Yeah, you were. Think of previous clubs. You named one of them, actually. Juan Bernat, where you thought he was at.
What, Villarreal?
Oh, no, that's your wrong answer.
What did I... Oh, sorry, Valencia.
Valencia is correct, yes.
Okay. Do you know what? I thought Valencia and still said Villarreal. I don't know why.
And then to finish it off then, Jamal Lascelles, Wes Morgan. You said Brentford. They play in the same colour as Brentford, but they're a little bit more north.
Sheffield United.
No.
Or is that far too far north?
It's a little... Oh, God, my English geography. Yeah, I think it's a bit too far north, I think.
Okay, so it's red and white stripes.
No, I said
red and
colour.
white.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Where's Morgan and Jamal Lascelles? Middlesbrough?
No, I said less north.
Oh, less north, sorry.
Or north.
Give me another clue.
They are a sleeping giant of a club, I'd say.
Oh my God, they're playing red and white. A sleeping giant of a club. Sunderland?
Again, that's as north as Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
I'm going to put you out of misery. I'm going to say one name,
Go on then.
a surname, and I'm going to say Clough.
Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest.
That's nowhere near as north as Sheffield, Josh.
No, I said it's not as north as Sheffield.
Yeah, but you were like, it's just a little bit south.
It is.
Sheffield's like, yeah, okay, yeah. I'll let you off. You can't drive from Sheffield. You can drive from Nottingham to Sheffield in about an hour. So, hour and a half. So, shut up, you.
Thanks, Tom.
So, Tom, can you remember Tom Toms? They must have gone out of business.
Oh,
surely.
yeah, that's the dead technology, that is.
Yeah.
Well, sat-navs aren't dead technology. Standalone in your car sat-navs, because, I mean, you've either got your phone you just put there, you're spending £100 extra on a blooming sat-nav, or the car would have newer cars will often have inbuilt, or have the Apple Play functionality where you just plug your phone in. So
Yeah. So, well, we've covered that. Tom Toms, tick. Done.
See you later, Tom. You're going to be struggling.
Exactly. Right then, Josh. So we'll go into any other business.
I've got a sat nav for sale. If anyone...
Is it top of the range, Tom?
Yeah.
Brand new.
Top of range. Got 10 of them for sale.
Yeah.
Brand new technology.
Still in the box.
I am selling my car if anyone wants to buy my car.
What are you selling your car for? Get a new one.
We've got two cars, and we decided we'll lock down stuff. We don't need to be a two-car family. So a fully electric Nissan Leaf for sale. Just message me.
I'd love it, but it'd cost me about 3 times the price to import it. So yeah.
Ooh, Dave, it's a lovely car to drive.
Yeah, but I'm not paying triple time. Shut up. Right. Any other business? Nothing from me. We've sorted out episode 100. I look forward to that. Hopefully we can make it work. I feel like we need a trial. We'll have to pick maybe a Bundesliga game next weekend to trial it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we don't need any lag. I don't want us. We need to get that nailed on. I don't want us knowing a goal's being scored.
Well, I will always have lag because however I watch it in Singapore, it's streamed from the UK. So even if it's on,
yeah, but I just have to delay it, wouldn't I?
Yeah,
I'd just pause it, play it.
Yeah. So. But there we go. Well, you can check us out and check our back catalogue out on YouTube, SoundCloud or Spotify. Just search for Football Talk or Michael Ballsack if you are that way inclined. It does actually bring you up still for us. Brings you to Football Talk for that episode, which was brilliant. I don't think I've laughed as hard. Actually, no, the drunken quiz. I laughed really hard at that. So, but yes, you can find us on Twitter at Football Talk. But remember,
There's no A in football.
There's no A in football. Some buggers nicked it and they still won't give it back, even though Josh keeps asking. We do have a business email if anyone wants to get in touch with us, which is in the our bio on Twitter, so check us out there. But thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week. For now, we're out. Cheers.